You know what I love about summer? Hanging out in trees. I joined the Great Summer Game Jam hosted by Goodgis and Firith Studios with an idea to make a game about tree people, Treeple for short. The project started off with me changing up the skybox and throwing some tree assets into the scene to feel out the waters a bit. I spent some time experimenting with a grass shader and scaling these assets around until I got something that looked okay. Then I set my sights on being able to control the player. Once I was able to walk around on top of a tree, I knew I was onto something. I scaled up the tree a bit more and added some color, and was very happy with these early results. Next, I wanted to replace the generic bean guy with a character that had a bit more style. So I threw together some basic assets and the result was absolutely atrocious. Not to mention, when I threw him in the game, he had a collider issue that made him float away into the great beyond. My early idea for the game was based around exploring the treetops, so I wanted a way for the player to be able to traverse the world vertically. I had an idea for a leaf helicopter thing that the player could hold that would spin and slow the player's descent when jumping off of branches. So I wrote a little bit of codey code to make sure that things could spin properly and we were off to the races. Although I did run into some issues where the thing would never stop spinning and sometimes it would turn the player upside down. That just speaks to the quality of my coding skills, I guess. But once I got everything working there, I needed a way for the player to ascend vertically in the game. That's when I had the idea for a big mushroom that could be used as a trampoline. So I searched online for free assets and found this sweet looking big old fungus, and bam, we had ways of ascending and descending. Next, I wanted to focus on the aesthetics of the game. I really wanted this to be visually appealing. I spent some time messing with lighting, post-processing effects, and fog. Then I came across this shader tutorial that would allow us to have a fantastic looking depth of fog effect. So I got that working, but the green made it look like that really old Spider-Man game that I think came in a cereal box or something, but the whole city was covered in this nasty smog. Yeah, so I ended up switching my fog back to white instead. Then I added another shader to put on the trees. The idea for this one is that I wanted green moss-looking patches that would only appear on flat areas of the branches. It took me a while to figure out why this wasn't working properly, but I ended up just having to go into the shader and change it from world space to local space, and then things looked pretty good. I threw out some more giant trees and arranged them in the scene, and this was starting to look like a really cool world that would be exciting to explore. The realization suddenly hit me that our character needed a home here. So I put a hole in one of the tree models, gave it a flat floor, and bam, a cozy little tree cottage for our protagonist. But our dude was still looking super ugly, so I decided to try my hand at some legit 3D modeling. I figured I couldn't make anything that looked much worse. This was my first time modeling a character in Blender, and I was actually pretty happy with the result. This little acorn looking dude with an elf hat captured exactly the vibe that I was going for. So I rigged him up and threw him into Unity and nothing could stop him, not even the floor. But Homeboy needed a way to see this beautiful world, so instead of pressing my luck with Blender, I made some simple eye shapes for him in Unity, and oh my gosh, this dude is so freaking cute. This is exactly the kind of creature you would think to find in a magical forest like this. Well done, Tom. But our dude needed to move a bit, so I used this dynamic bone plugin to animate his hat, and now it gets tossed in the wind. This is looking pretty good, but his appendages are stone stiff still. And yeah, this was the first time I'd created a 3D character before, and also the first time I've rigged and animated a character in Unity, so getting him to walk was a little rough to say the least. Oh my, no, look at that. Oh, that's bad. His legs aren't even moving. Oh no. But after reworking the walk animation a little bit, it looked passable. Good, not great. I made Homeboy's cottage a bit better. Drug around some trees and made the mushroom squish when you jumped on it, and then turned my attention to the best part of this game. Suddenly I was hit with the idea of cloning the character and making a miniature version of him that could follow the player around. I messed around with his eyes, hat, and color, and oh my word, look at how cute this guy is. Then I did some codedy code to make him follow the player around, and just like all of my other code, it worked first time without any bugs. Eventually I got Mini-Me tracking the player alright, and he became like my loyal companion, always ready for adventure, brave, true, always ready to stare into the face of danger, always no! No worries, I can always make more. A lot more. Wow, this is great. I literally don't even need friends anymore since I can make my own friends now. Come on guys, let's go have some fun. Oh geez, oh no, okay, oh no, this is a nightmare, stop, nope, stop it, okay, oh no. Okay, let's move on to some level design shenanigans. I'll rotate the lighting around, make some wider tree platforms, and I'll cut apart this tree in Blender so that I can put individual branches where I want them, and add some particle effects that will make my little tree guys easier to see when I'm collecting them around the world. Let's see how that looks. Nice. I feel like this game is really starting to come together. Now I lost some of my footage here, but I hollowed out another tree and made some platforms with mushroom trampolines to get you to the top where you can find a trove of hidden followers. Now for some boilerplate stuff. We gotta have a menu, but luckily menus are easy and we can just animate this play button here and we can just whatever, we're calling it here. It's time to submit our project, and all bugs are now officially referred to as features. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, especially since I only spent 10 to 12 hours creating this whole thing. The only thing left is to upload it to itch.io and let the world downvote it into oblivion. So if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. It's free. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My next video will be going over the making of my newest game, Tanks But No Tanks. So if you enjoyed any little bit of this video, make sure you smash that subscribe button as hard as you possibly can. Smash that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button.
I'm still new to this YouTube thing, so leave me a comment on things you liked or disliked, but take it easy because my fragile masculinity can only take a very mild amount of criticism. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.